What is good? Make sure you press subscribe. J. Cole dropped. Lots of stuff going on. Pharrell's got a movie. We're back. Make sure you subscribe. We love you. I mean, it's kind of crazy. We actually have a lot to talk about this week. First thing, J. Cole drops a song. It's his first time talking about the Drake and Kendrick situation at all, as far as I know.
Yep. Yep.
Like, has he mentioned
It's
it at all on anything or in public at all until this song?
not really. I felt like he threw a few subliminals, like we mentioned in Red Leather.
See, yeah, I wasn't. I thought he
Since
wrote it
then,
before. It was
yes.
debated.
Yeah, we debated that on the show, whether he wrote his verse for Red Leather before or after, the beef. But he hasn't really mentioned anything like specifically about it, like boldly, bluntly about it until just last week, because we're behind a week. But last week he released Port Antonio,
No, that was
and
yesterday.
it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
On
last
his
Friday.
YouTube, it says 1 day ago, 3 million
Okay,
views.
okay. I'm mistaken. It was yesterday, but so he released it yesterday, and yeah, he just addresses kind of everything that went on with the beef. He addresses Kendrick, addresses Drake, and yeah, it kind of is crazy to see because this is the first thing that we heard from him. But he says on Port Antonio, he says, "I pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow." He says, "I wouldn't have lost a battle, I would have lost a bro. Gained a foe, all for what?" So he's kind of alluding
Who's
to
the
the fact
bro?
that
He loses Kendrick as a bro. Is the idea?
either or, I guess, because he's really playing both sides. Later in the song, he also says about Drake. Let me find it. He says he appreciates Drake for all he's done for him. Essentially, is what he says. So
Basically,
he
Drake's
does.
still his brother, always will be. Shout out Drake, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Is how he like ends the whole 5 minutes song. Like
I
shout
mean,
out
and
Drake.
yeah, and it's no surprise really because I
I mean,
guess in
that's
more
facts.
news they just did the "It's All a Blur" tour together,
Hmm.
in which
That's
it
what. What's the
was the
news?
biggest. It was the
Oh,
biggest grossing tour of all time, and they just did a whole ass tour together. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're boys. Um,
that tour was honestly sick though.
But then you don't know what to think after he pulls out, apologizes to Kendrick. At the same time, though, as he says, he saw it was going to get dirty. He just wanted to back out, but I never held it against him anyway. So it's like whatever to me. I know a bunch of people on the internet holding it against him that he backed out of the beef,
We
whatever.
were
But
pretty pro Cole on this show right from the jump when it all happened. Because obviously, when all the beef was happening, we were like kind of covering it as it was happening. Like we were kind of
yeah,
pro Cole when he went on stage and apologized, even though it kind of did suck. Like we still were
yeah.
like, yeah, that's fair enough.
I mean, it sucks because we wanted to see his lyrical prowess in a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? And
Against fucking Kendrick, yeah,
yeah,
but
and even like he says, which I agree with, he says, "I wouldn't have lost the battle." I agree with that, but hot take probably on the internet. But it is
is it?
interesting to see.
I guess,
I
yeah.
think it is. I think it is. It's interesting to see him kind of talk about it on top of just absolutely flowing over great production. I mean, might be produced by Cole. I'm not sure. Actually, let me check that quick. Is
I
it
was
on
gonna say if
Apple
you're on
Music
the
yet?
YouTube link, it might tell you, but yeah, it's called Port Antonio. It's like literally a 5 minute song. I think it might even be like 5:40 something. It's two really long, really good verses. The first verse is him kind of like being a little more introspective and talking about his past and his life, and then the second verse is kind of him reminiscing on the beef and the Drake and Kendrick situation, like you were just talking about. But yeah, it's kind of like split up into two different halves of the song too. Like the first
Yeah.
half, he doesn't really reference the beef. I guess he does at the
Yeah.
end, and the last couple lines is when he mentions the beef, and then the whole second verse is like about the beef, really.
Yeah, and I guess in other J Cole news, I mean, same topic, but he deleted the whole might delete later page. So there's speculation that
What do you mean,
new
page?
music is like the Instagram. Because remember, might
Oh
delete
yeah,
later
yeah.
started off that Instagram page
I thought you were saying like
with the
the album was
leaks.
removed from streaming or
No,
something.
no, no, no. But the Instagram page that it originally
Yeah,
was hyped up on or
I remember
previewed
now. Yeah,
on.
he was posting like little clips and stuff on that
Yeah,
Instagram page, like
yeah. So
promoting the album. Yeah.
that was deleted, and I guess people are speculating that new Cole music soon. Obviously, we just got a new single, so that makes sense.
That's I feel like that's always the real indication.
Yeah,
Like,
and
give me music and I'll be like, okay, album's coming.
I mean, I feel like we say this every week, but yeah, J. Cole is supposed to drop not only the
The
fall
fall
off,
off coming soon.
yeah, he's supposed to drop It's a Boy too this
Hmm.
year. So he's supposed to really have two more albums this year. Obviously, not
Not
going to
happening.
happen at this point, but
Do you think we get one of them this
I
year
mean,
before December 31st? What do you
that's
think?
what
Do you
I
think
think
that
we
happens?
have to. I mean, we don't have to. He can do whatever he wants, but I feel like one's
How
coming soon. One's coming soon. I'll say that.
when an artist like drops a single like he just did with Port Antonio, it's not on streaming services or DSPs or Spotify or Apple or whatever. It's just on his YouTube channel. That's been more common lately, especially within this
Yep.
beef. Rappers just throwing tracks on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter. Like that really has become a thing. Like how long after a single comes out do we get an album usually? I feel like it's like a month.
I mean, you
Unless it's
can't
like a
really ever
pop
tell.
star.
You can't
Unless it's
ever
like
tell.
Sabrina
I
Carpenter,
mean,
because I've been listening to Espresso for 3 years and now the album just came out. But like a rapper, I feel like it's different.
yeah, I mean, what do we count as singles though? Because
Is
Kendrick,
this on the album? Yeah, who knows?
do all the diss tracks count as singles? I mean,
No,
not like
those
us.
don't count.
Not
Those
like
don't
us
count.
isn't a single.
I don't. Well, those are like separate entities. Port Antonio, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be taken as a single
Right,
or a
like on an
throwaway.
album. Right.
Like, is it a
Um.
single? I don't know. It's a
Yeah. I
song.
mean,
Is it a single from an album?
is it like a song from an album? Yeah, I'm not sure. But
Because I
yeah,
feel
you
like,
never really know like from how long a single to an album, you know. So
because like the one that's coming to mind, I guess recently for some reason is the Four Bats album. Maybe that's one that we were just following closely. But we got like a single, and then 2 weeks later we got a single, and then 2 weeks later we got the album. I think
I
that's kind of
mean,
like a general timeline.
an
Two
album we'll
weeks, two
talk about
weeks.
in a little bit here, the Tommy Richman album. He dropped two singles that weren't on the album and
Yeah,
then dropped the album
but it was delayed
a month
multiple
later.
times,
So it does,
right?
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Kind
I
of at
don't
their
know.
own discretion, I guess.
I
Yeah.
I guess, but yeah, I just have a feeling new Cole music and in mass is coming soon. I mean, he did release Might Delete Later what in May or some shit.
This year, this calendar year,
Yeah,
I know that.
yeah. Um which is
When was
fire. I hold in high regard. I
probably
give
around there, yeah.
think what we gave it.
Might have been
I mean,
earlier,
it's I think we have it in perfect in our tier list. So,
right
um,
below. It's up there. It's
yeah,
close.
maybe. But
Let me
yeah,
check. I
new
have it
J
open
Cole
right
music
here.
coming soon. He addressed the beef on Port Antonio.
We have it in
Go
perfect, by
check
the
it
way.
out. Fire song. I mean, he doesn't miss.
Is that the best J. Cole song since when? Not including the Drake collabs like Evil Ways and First Person Shooter. When's the last time a J. Cole song was this good? A solo J. Cole song? Because this is good, good. Like the
I
verses are
mean,
good. And it's more introspective. He's not even going like hard, hard. Imagine when he puts out a track where it's like a single. Like this is just a fun rap song with high energy. This isn't
you
even that, and it's good.
you can I mean, you can argue some shit on Might Delete Later. Trey the
Yeah,
Truth, you know, for me something like
hide you, bitch.
even pricey.
Yeah,
Like I don't know. I don't know.
this
He's
just has like
just
a different vibe though.
yeah, because yeah,
He's
the
like
lyrical
locked in.
content is a little different. Yeah, he's super locked in and he really doesn't miss though. It's hard to say like aside from Grippy, like there's not one verse that I'm like, "Oh, okay, he kind of missed on that." You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, he always comes correct. No different with this one. Check it out.
I mean, yeah, it's good. Hopefully, we get a new J. Cole album soon. Speaking of
Yeah.
new albums,
Yeah, I was just
guess
going to say speaking of new music,
take a guess who announced a new album. Who do you think?
obviously the one and only
The guy who
is
announces a
Kanye
new album
West.
every week. Yeah, Kanye West. I feel like we've. How many times have we come on here and said Kanye announced music or something?
I
He
mean, at
announces
least
albums all the
at
time.
least twice already this year with two albums dropped this year. And I guess the question I have for you is how you're feeling about some solo Kanye music now that it's not a Vultures 3. Ty Dolla $ign won't essentially have his name tied to it. Maybe
Mhm.
Kanye will get back into his bag a little bit. You know, how do you feel?
I mean, the album that Kanye announced is apparently called Bully, and the rumors online right now are that he's 100%. Right now, apparently Kanye West is living in Tokyo in a hotel room making Bully, the album.
For real?
He's alone. He's 100% doing the whole album by himself. Production versus no one else is on it. No one else has production on it. It's just him. He's locked in a hotel room right now making Bully. Apparently. That's like the rumors from inside his circle.
Well, he did the same thing with Donda, right? He was locked
Exactly.
in the studio in
The arena, yeah.
yeah, the
Finishing
studio
the
in the
project.
arena. Yep.
Yeah, he locked himself in a venue and lived there for like 30 days
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck it was
And
and
Donda
finished
ended
Donda.
up being his last best, like his last good release, like his best recent release, really, if you think about it, right? I mean, it's over Vultures 1 and 2.
I'm going to answer
It's
your question, but I was going to ask you, what is the last great Kanye album?
great. I mean, to me, it's,
Life of
I don't
Pablo,
know.
Donda?
Yeah,
What is
I don't know if I've ever listened to Donda Deluxe all the way through because it's
I
like
personally love Donda.
it's like 2.5 hours,
It is.
like
It's long.
full album experience.
Yeah.
Um,
It's good though. I
but
don't
there's
think
some
it's
songs,
great, but it's good.
yeah, there's some songs I love on Life of Pablo though. You know what I mean? And also for Donda too, though, Off the Grid. You know,
That's the
some
one.
great performances, but
Cuz I
probably
would
T
lean.
Lop.
That would be my guess was The Life of Pablo. Like me
Also, I haven't
personally,
really tapped into Ye either. Like I hear that
yeah.
Ye is highly regarded too. I haven't really tapped into that bag of Kanye yet.
When it comes to the Vultures 3 question that you asked me, I'm like over Vultures 3. I don't even want it. Like I genuinely want them to trash it and not release it. I liked Vultures 1, it was fine, it was cool, but now I've been dealing with Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign running around in circles trying to stay in the news for like 18 months and I'm just like it's
Yeah,
not the music's not even good. Like I don't care that much. Like
I
just
mean,
don't put out Vultures 3. I'm over it. The
I'm a
culture
fan of
is over it.
collab albums. Yeah, I'm a fan of collab albums.
We already
Two
got two.
collab, yeah, two is like all right, and then
Yeah,
three
like
is like
what?
okay, that's enough. You know what I mean?
Like
Like
stop.
we waited fucking how many
Months.
20 years for the Bad Meets Evil collab? They did it
Yeah.
once. Let it alone. You know what I'm saying? Do it once, leave it be, or watch the throne. You know what I'm saying? Do it once, leave it be.
I mean
You're
Spielberg never
just
did a sequel to E.T.
right. You're just
It's
overdoing
the
it at
same
that
thing.
point. You know what I mean? It really is. It really is. But
They should have given us
I,
one Vultures album that had 15 good songs instead
yeah,
of
with the
because like
best 15.
because
Yeah,
all the first two it's like 5 songs are great and the other 15 are like fucking literal trash like hot
yeah.
garbage.
And then the second album is like
Even
literally
worse.
all bad.
Yeah, there's like
It's
two
like straight
good
up
passable songs.
all bad. I mean, I haven't really tapped in. I guess they've been remastering it, working on it.
I've
I
heard
haven't
that.
tapped in.
I haven't
I don't
either.
know.
I've listened to a couple songs after the
I
original listen, but
know
not really.
that if I turn on that fucking Lil Wayne verse and I hear
Yeah.
them duck noises still, I'm just gonna get upset. So I'm scared to even
I
go down that
actually
road.
I haven't checked if that's still like that, but I'm assuming it is. But like
But
Bully,
yeah,
I feel like I would be more excited for Bully than I am for Vultures 3. I'm not
yeah, hundred
into
percent,
Vultures 3 at all.
100%, 100%. I think every Kanye fan or just music fan, really at this point, could say that. Not
Throw it
that
away.
I mean, Vultures 1 and 2 aren't like egregious, right? Like Vultures 2 is pretty bad. Like there's some really bad moments, like the Lil Wayne verse and
But it's
a,
still like a
a
5
lot of
out of
moments.
10.
Yeah, it's not like super egregious, but we just need like some great Kanye
I mean,
music,
it's not genre sad boy.
Right. It's
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 not that.
it's too close to that for Kanye though. That's the point. Like
True.
just doesn't make sense.
So is it more genre sad boy or is it more rich ass Haitian? Where would you put
Yeah,
it
no, it's
on the
definitely more
spectrum?
genre sad boy, dude, for sure.
I know. That's just
Without
like the
doubt.
scale we should use.
Right.
They're two completely unrelated albums, but
I know. I
our
mean, it does
favorite of
make
the year
sense
and our
though.
least favorite.
I mean, one masterpiece and one just meh,
Cash
bad,
grab.
just bad,
Yeah,
just bad.
it is
I
so
don't.
bad.
That's the only word you can use for it. It's just bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
personally, I'm excited for Bully, some solo Kanye music. Let's go. I
What do you
mean,
think of 100% Kanye production, 100% Kanye versus no features, no nothing else from anyone? Is that good? It would have been good in 2004. Is it good now?
I don't
Does he
know.
need
Would that
features? Does
even
he
would
need a
that have
future
been good
verse?
in 2004?
I
Does
don't
he have
know.
any album that's no features?
No features, no production. He might, knowing him, like Jesus is King, might be like all him. I don't
All
know.
him, right?
Because,
Yeah.
I don't know. That
I
would
don't
be
know.
super
I don't know. I
Kanye
feel
thing to
like
do.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You might want to get a third or second party in there and kind of penetrate Kanye's brain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pause.
I just feel like he might get in his mind a little bit and go a little too like out of the box,
You
which
know,
we like Kanye for that. Don't get me wrong, because like that's why Kanye is the GOAT, because he goes out of the box and does the production, that nobody thinks about. But there's a point where it's like, okay, this is just bad. It's not
I just
like
had the $1 million
creative.
idea. You know
What?
who we need a collab album from?
Who?
Kanye and who? Guess.
Matt Kami.
Oh, a genuine answer that I think would be good and could actually happen.
Okay.
Closer to Kanye than Matt Kami. Like they're associated
Kanye.
together already. And I think it would be fun and interesting. It might not be great, but who should do a collab with album with Kanye?
Probably. This is an interesting question, because you could go like Cardi would be interesting.
Closer to Kanye is what I'm thinking. Even closer.
Drake would be like
Closer.
okay.
I mean, that would be insane. Either one of those.
Closer
those are
to
both great,
Kanye?
but I
Who's
think this could
closer to
actually
Kanye?
happen. Like so close. Like so fucking close.
Who's closer than Playboy Cardi? I mean, he's like
Literal blood close.
his daughter?
Northwest.
Oh shit.
That's
That
the
might be
answer.
fire. That might be fire. Her on the hooks.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
might have just predicted something. I'm not gonna
They
lie.
should do a collab album.
You might have just predicted something there.
I'd be more excited for
Nostradamus.
that than Vultures 3.
Tom Stradamus.
That's what they say. That's what the streets are talking.
That's what they're saying, bro. They're saying Tom Stradamus. I heard him.
Would you be more excited for that than Vultures 3 though?
Yeah, bro.
I feel like that'd be fun. It kind of get
Yeah, why
Kanye,
not?
get everyone back on Kanye's side with the good dad shtick.
Right. He needs some good PR. Right
And
now.
they did Bomb, which was ass, but I feel like there's potential there.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't
What's
that
the
bad.
one on Vultures 1 that they're on? That's a good one.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
But they have a song on Vultures 1 that's good. And then Bomb on Vultures 2 is whatever, but she's opening a clothing brand this week. She's making her own music. She's growing into an adult. They could make music now probably. I feel like I'd be down for that album.
Why not? Why not?
Fuck Ty Dolla $ign. What is with this guy? Get out of here.
Get him out. Get him
It's
out.
been 18 months of this.
For real,
I just don't get it. I'm so over it. I really am. But yeah, another album's coming before Vultures 3 even has an announcement date. He's working on another album. Does Vultures 3 exist? Probably not.
Probably not. I guess staying on the producer line of things, so the little producer segue, another goated producer in the hip hop game, Pharrell. Clips. You all know Pharrell. He's releasing He's releasing a Lego hip hop movie. So
autobiography type documentary thing.
Okay,
basically.
autobiography documentary.
We talked about
movie.
it on the show when it was announced originally.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we did. Okay, but
we did.
We
did talk
autobiography in Lego world with rappers, I guess, as Lego people. So we got Jay-Z. We got obviously Kendrick's going to be in the movie in 2024.
Yeah.
We got Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming Tyler the Creator is in there because he's on the soundtrack.
He's in there.
And I guess staying on that, we got a whole soundtrack. I think it's maybe 10 new songs from Pharrell, one featuring Tyler the Creator, which I guess we'll talk about a little later when we talk about the singles.
Also, Rocky's in there, I think, too.
I think you might be right. Yep, in the movie. The movie.
Maybe not the soundtrack, but in the movie.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
Yeah, a bunch of rappers in there, so it'll be cool. I'll go see it. Why not? It seems cool. But
okay,
yeah.
Do you think this is my take? Pharrell Williams, whoever made this, Warner Brothers, Paramount, not Miramax, because Harvey Weinstein's a sexual predator, but whoever made this movie, they paid Pharrell millions of dollars, spent millions of dollars and years putting together this movie, and he never had to be on camera. What? He
Probably
just sat in a room with a microphone?
Promotion, you gotta be on camera,
Barely.
Doing
I saw him on Hot Ones. He did Hot Ones, but that's about it. He's not even...
I mean,
it's a cool idea, but I feel like I'd prefer live action personally as a movie.
I mean, that would
just be as a Pharrell fan.
But listen, it's way harder to get Jay-Z, Kendrick, Snoop, all of them in the same room, acting out an entire movie. It's easier to get little voice lines from them, here and
I
there because
guess.
they all got full studios anyway. All you got to do is go to your studio, record a little voice line,
Yeah,
essentially in your house,
they're
send it
voice
in.
acting. Yeah.
Yeah, and they own studios, like professional grade studios. So that's probably just
I just
way
like was like,
easier.
wait a minute, they're doing all this promotion and putting out a Pharrell movie, and he's not even in the
And also,
movie.
it's a Lego movie. What do you mean? It can't be live action Lego.
Well, I'd prefer live action. Ditch the Lego concept.
Just a straight up biography. Well,
I mean,
yeah.
it's cool. I think it has decent ratings. It has like a 4 out of
What if there's
5
like Lego
on Rotten
guns and drugs
Tomatoes.
and shit and like
That would
prostitutes?
be
That might be.
fucking lit. Then
It
I'm
might be
all
dope.
in. Then
You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
way
It might be
back in.
dope.
Then
Like
I'm in the deep end. I'm in to that. That is sick.
for real. That'd be dope.
Just like a little
But
yellow hooker bitch walks up smoking crack. That
yeah,
would
bro,
be
I'm telling you.
insane.
A Lego AK and shit. Little
Dude,
Lego
if
Draco, man. I'm telling you.
Lego did that, now we're talking. Because like
That'd be
otherwise,
sick.
why are we doing the Lego thing?
There's 18 plus Lego sets, isn't there? And shit like that.
Just like I don't know, like what, like the
I don't
Shining
know.
Lego set.
I
and
don't
Jack
know.
Nicholson with a fucking
I have no idea.
axe,
Maybe
just
not.
cutting his
Maybe
wife
not.
up. I mean, that would
Just
be awesome.
a Riley Reid life-size Lego
Too
statue.
far, too far.
All right,
I almost
let's
went
go.
porn, and I went The Shining, and you went porn. But I
What
mean,
else
if
is
Lego
there?
did that, I would be like, that would be cool. I just like don't get why we're doing a Lego movie. Like, what boundaries are we pushing? Like if you're doing guns and drugs, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, that'd
Like
be dope.
actually,
That'd
like a
be actually
rated R
sick.
Lego movie.
That's what I'm saying. Might be
That
cool.
would be sick.
But
'Cause,
anyway,
like,
shout out
are they
Pharrell.
are they saying like damn and heck in this movie? I don't want that.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't
Me neither.
like if this is a PG movie.
But then it's not a
gonna work
biography.
for me.
I don't think it's a biography if it's PG though. Type. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is this movie? Like, I hope it's good. It's
That's
just so
it.
weird to me.
Yeah, what is it? What is it actually? Is a good question. But
Like, how
we'll
are they
find
gonna
out.
have Kendrick and Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg and Pharrell and no swearing? Like,
I
is
don't
there
know.
swear? Hang on, I gotta look up what this is rated. Because now I'm curious. Piece by piece rated?
I'm gonna guess PG-13.
How do I see? I don't even... The budget was 16 million. It doesn't
Like
really...
maturity rating.
Yeah, I guess I'll try the word maturity rating. Is that what that's called?
Something.
I couldn't remember what it was called. Piece by piece is rated PG by the Motion Picture Rating for language, some suggestive material, and thematic elements. The movie also contains mild amounts of sex, nudity, violence, gore, profanity,
Oh,
alcohol,
shit.
drugs, and smoking.
Let's go, dude. See, we're right.
Some say that the movie's serious tone, profanity, and adult themes make it more suitable for older viewers. The movie features songs by artists like Kendrick, Snoop, Gwen Stefani, who we hadn't mentioned yet, Jay-Z, which some say are
I forgot
non-kid
about
friendly.
Gwen Stefani. My bad.
The movie does also include scenes with drinking, gun use, and sexual content.
So I literally nailed every one.
But how is that rated PG? What? They said
Yeah,
it
I
was
don't
PG
know.
still.
Yeah, kids are crazy these days. I mean, like 9-year-olds
that's
play.
true.
I mean,
Yeah.
not even like 4-year-olds play Call of Duty at this point. I mean, so did I, but
I mean,
You
when
know.
you were a kid, did PG mean anything to you?
no, my parents didn't censor me at all.
Yeah, mine either. I could watch anything at any time since I was 2 years old. Like,
literally never
genuinely.
once was like, "That's you can't watch that." But all right,
Like my mom took me into GameStop when I was 10 and was like, "Here's my ID. Give him fucking San Andreas."
yeah, I was
like-
playing San Andreas hella young.
So I guess it doesn't matter, but it's like, why is that? I mean, that makes it cooler if there's like guns and smoking and shit.
And then a bunch of 12-year-olds in the audience. Hell yeah.
I just like
That's
couldn't imagine giving a fuck about it and not thinking it's cheesy if there's like no swearing and no anything like that. I don't know. I
It's
just
not.
wouldn't buy
It's
it
not
then.
geared towards children though. Children
Right.
are not going to see like a Pharrell movie.
Kids don't know
with,
who
like,
Pharrell is.
Jay-Z. Exactly.
Do they?
You know what I mean?
Do kids know Pharrell from like Happy, or is that even too old?
Yeah, maybe.
How
I
old's
think that's
Happy?
even too old. That's like 10
when
years
we were
at this
kids.
point. Yeah.
Is it that? How old is that?
It's probably at least. It might be 15 years, dude.
Because I think I have memories of that from when I was like pretty young.
Let's see.
Yeah, see when Happy came out, because like I feel like that really blew Pharrell up into like another atmosphere of celebrity. But after that, it's
2014,
been
bro.
like no.
10 years.
Okay, it's not that bad. That's not that bad.
I was thinking more like 2010.
I was thinking like Yeah, even before that, because I feel like that song's old. But since
Right.
then, so I guess kids might know who he is. No, they
Yeah.
definitely don't know the Neptunes. They might know Pharrell though.
They definitely don't know Clips and Pusha T, and they
Yeah,
shouldn't.
they
They
should know
shouldn't.
Pusha T though.
Oh shit! No, they
I think
definitely
Pusha
should.
T's in
They
my
definitely
top
should.
10 of all
Hey,
time.
if you're under the age of 13 here, go listen to some Pusha T. Nah, I'm playing. All right, come
It's
on.
almost dry. Go tap in.
Oh man! Wow. All right.
Okay.
Interesting.
I guess I mean the segues today are just like writing
Immaculate.
themselves because
Telling
you
you.
mentioned this man, Snoop Dogg. He's in this piece by piece movie, and I guess we'll just mention this real quick because the segue is so good.
And because this is a PG movie.
Yeah. So do you
Oh
remember
shit.
this little song called "Murder Was the Case"?
Okay, let me just talk about this song real quick because I'm passionate about this song.
It's the best
Murder
Snoop
Was
Dogg
the
song,
Case, easily
in
the
my
best Snoop
opinion.
Dogg song,
Yeah,
and genuinely one of the best hip hop songs of all time. The
top
best
50.
song on one of the best hip hop albums of all time in Doggy
Also,
Style.
top 50. Yeah,
It's one of the goated hip hop songs, genuinely.
I agree.
But anyway,
You got more?
no, I remember the song was my
Okay.
point.
Yeah, you remember the song. Murder Was the Case on
Yeah.
Doggy Style. So that song, for those of you that don't know the lore, is kind of based, at least loosely, on a real thing that Snoop was going through at the time, where him and a bodyguard, there's a situation like a public park, someone got shot and killed, blah blah blah. There's this big nationwide trial that Snoop Dogg was on for murder. Like he was being charged for murder. Like this
Yeah.
was a huge story in the 90s. Like this really happened. He eventually was acquitted, didn't do, like, was not convicted for murder, scot free, and now he's Uncle Snoop that everyone knows and loves to death. But apparently this week, 20, what is that?
7.
That's 31 years later, actually. I just
Wow.
did the
Yeah.
math because that happened in
Okay.
1993. So
That's
31 years later, the court officially sealed the murder charge and the past is behind him, and it basically doesn't exist anymore. It's like it never happened. 31 years later. Isn't
That's
that crazy? I
crazy.
feel like he's like so reformed. Like you could never. He's like
Yeah, I
the
know.
last person I would be afraid of ever.
He's like cooking home meals with Barbara Streisand and
Martha
like
Stewart, yeah.
Martha Stewart. Sorry, you know one of them
Barbara
ladies.
Streisand.
Reba with Reba.
Snoop and Reba, dude.
He's cooking home cooked meals with Reba. No, it's just
Like he's not scary to me.
it's crazy how the world works. Back then, though, I mean, young Snoop,
Yeah, dude. He didn't play.
he was nah, he didn't play, bro. And
You've
that was
seen-
a dope, like, just one of the goated hip hop songs. It really the ominous, the setting that it puts you in. One of the
So
first uses and best uses of the deepening voice, auto tune, where he,
Really?
talks like the devil. Yeah,
I didn't
Hell
even know
yeah.
that was one of the first ones.
like long before fucking. I mean, maybe one of the first that I know of. Long before Eminem was doing it on My Darling. You know what I'm saying? Snoop was doing that shit. So
yeah.
it's dope.
Yeah, it's just crazy to like Snoop now. He's like the most beloved person in pop
I know
culture.
you would never think. You would never
Like,
think.
he literally you've seen the movie Training Day, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He plays the gangster in the wheelchair in
Yeah,
Training Day.
yes.
Like that's like what he was like in real life, minus the
right,
wheelchair.
except not crippled. Yeah.
But now
Right.
he's just like Uncle Snoop. He's just like the nicest, fun-loving guy ever.
Hey, man, look, that's how you should live your life.
Has he switched to joints yet? Is he still burning blunts
No,
all day
hell
long?
nah, bro. I ain't switched to joints. You think Snoop Dogg
real?
would switch his joints?
I just
For
feel
real?
worried for him.
His lungs are used to it at this point. Yeah, I feel like if he didn't smoke blunts, he would die.
I just like how long it's been 31 years at least. He's been smoking a
At
blunt
least
constantly.
At
Can't be good.
least. Now remember he just quit for that fucking smoker.
But that was
ad.
a joke. Yeah,
I
that you
know,
didn't
I know.
actually. We got though by that. We did get got.
I did for a second. I did.
Okay, well, I don't know if we actually named the albums that we're reviewing today at the beginning of the episode, but we have two albums to review. We have Post Traumatic from Tee Grizzley, and we have Coyote from Tommy Richman. That was delayed a couple times, but it is officially out. We listened to it. We have our reviews and our favorite tracks and all that stuff. So I guess let's start with Coyote, because it's not
Okay.
exactly a hip-hop album. So we'll start there. It's more of like an experimental pop alternative, whatever you want to call it, album.
Yeah, I don't. What do you like? What genre do you even call it? Because I
I would
seen
call it
on Apple
alternative
Music,
pop.
yeah, it was R&B soul on Apple Music, and
I would call it alternative R&B, maybe. I
I
don't know.
mean,
That's
Million
why I
Dollar
like him though.
Baby and his first couple releases definitely had more of like a hip hop,
Vibe.
like rap
They're
style,
they were rap
and
coded at least, yeah.
yeah, definitely rap coded, and it was listening to this album definitely felt a bit more R&B soul. I mean, obviously with his first two projects, you know he's gonna or first two releases like singles.
Yeah.
You knew he
Million
was
what
gonna
was the
come
other
out.
one? Million Dollar
I'm
Baby and
blanking. I'm
that's okay.
blanking.
But Million Dollar Baby was the Tommy Richman song that you've heard a million times. It like was the biggest song on earth for like all of this year. It's huge, like ginormous. He really blew up with that song. It's like the Old
Devil is
Town
a
Road.
Lie is
Yeah,
the other one I'm thinking about.
but Million Dollar Baby is like the Old Town Road of 2024. Like
Yeah,
it is
and
huge.
after going so viral for them songs, obviously a huge part of them songs is his vocal inflection, the way he's singing, the production obviously is great, and that really carries over into his debut album. Like it's mainly focused on his vocal performances. I feel like it's really showcasing his vocal skills. That was just one main thing that I recognized from the album because I was expecting more of like a hip hop vibe a little bit, but it ended up being like super heavy R&B, almost soulful new age soul type. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, there's also like a disco 80s vibe throughout.
Yeah,
I don't it
yeah.
really is just like a
It's like
mix of
funk.
like all yeah, there's like funk and disco and 80s music and R&B
Yeah,
and a little bit of rap and like and
and it
pop.
also
Like it
leaves
is
you
just a
like
blend of everything.
yeah, and I felt also kind of like an emotional roller coaster almost. Like there's times in the album where it feels like really upbeat, high energy, and I feel like there's more somber times like in the album.
Yeah.
Um,
Like
I
Whitney
can't
is like
really
a super high energy banger that like yeah, like you for me personally I like the higher energy
yeah
banger ones especially because it's non-hip hop so I need a little bit of something to like hook me to
yeah.
it.
I
So
think
like the higher end
Letterman,
one, yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Letterman I liked a lot. Whitney I like. Vanity I
Tennessee,
think. There's some definitely high energy bops on there. But yeah, there is
yeah.
like some slower, less rap like songs. It is hard to describe his
It
music
was
though.
weird because it's not necessarily that they were slow. Like it was kind of almost still upbeat, but it felt somber in a way. Like it
They're like
almost felt
sad.
like
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. But also at the same time upbeat, which I felt pretty interesting. I mean, it's good. Like performance, not performance, production wise, all solid. You got the heavy 808s all throughout the album. Super vocal performance heavy, like I said, and the transitions from song to song I can appreciate as an album listener. You know, what I mean, when one song flows almost perfectly into the next. Yeah, a couple of my favorite songs, like I said, Letterman, Tennessee, and like I said, I felt like it was a good way to debut for Tommy Richman. Like his viral singles, he was really showcasing his vocal skills, um, and his overall good ear for music, or ear for good music, I should say. The vibe of the album was solid and made sense for his debut album. Um, and it was complemented by that unique production and that mending of genres that we were talking about, which is commemorable. You know what I'm saying? Because that's hard to do, and he does it in a seamless way.
Jesus, just bang my computer, sorry. But yeah,
Oh,
like
you're good.
the thing like with Tommy Richman's music, like especially the first two that went mega viral, Million Dollar Baby and Devil is a Lie, they were just like a sound that we haven't heard maybe ever, if not in a long time. They were just like interesting and new and fresh and not the same song that we've heard charting for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So like even though they got super big and overplayed, like they were still really fun new songs and like that's why I was excited for his album. And even though I didn't love all the songs on there, I did like the higher energy ones. I like his unique vibe. It's just not something we hear a lot of. And even though I may not have loved this album, like it still makes me excited for future Tommy Richman music just because it's like so fresh and unique and new and we're not getting anything else like this now.
Yeah, I mean,
Like he's in his own lane 100%.
you've got people in the industry, like a hip hop industry, I guess specifically, that do the high pitched voice thing. You know, what I
Like
mean,
Cardi
all
and Yeet
yeah,
and those
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Yeah, that.
fucking Whole lot of red. I mean, era. I mean, even Young Thug, kinda. And Tommy Richman, I believe, actually said his favorite artist ever is Young Thug. I could be tripping, but it does make sense.
That's a
If
based
I
answer.
if I'm right on that, it makes sense because you can genuinely see the influence with the high pitch inflection of the voice. Um, yeah, nice, concise 11 track list too, which I love.
Like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. Yeah.
Would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, so I'm curious what you gave it. Like, there was some of the slower songs, there's more somber songs. I didn't love them, but like Letterman and Green Therapy are a couple of them that I did still like. And then like all the higher energy bops, like I basically liked all of those. So I'm still at like a 7.4, 7.5, 7.6, right in that range. I gave it a 7.5. Like, even though it's not my favorite and I don't love all the songs, like, I thought it was really good. The production's great. Like, just the quality of music is great, even though it may not be like my specific vibe. I thought it was pretty good. I feel like that's a high score for an 11 track, 35-minute album, but I thought it was pretty strong, and I'm still buying Tommy Richman stock after that. Like, I thought it was good, and he'll keep putting out good music, I think. Like, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's a good way to put it. Keep buying his stock. Yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10. Not far from you. For me, it's just not that re-listenable to me personally. Personally, like I won't go back to it that much. I prefer "Devil Is a Lie" is probably still my favorite song from him. Um, it's great though. I mean, it really is basically almost exactly what I expected. Little less hip hop, like I mentioned, from Tommy Richman on his debut album, but solid regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. It's not one that I'll go back to super frequently, but like, I respect what he's doing, and I think the music is good. Like, I'm glad he's
Yeah,
getting number one songs as opposed to who other people that could be getting them.
yeah. I mean, I give him props for his ear for music because it's undeniably good music. You know what I mean? Just objectively.
Okay, so I mean, we're similar score wise, so we'll probably be similar when it comes to the tier list. I'm guessing the A Few Misses tier, but where within that tier does it go?
It's really hard. It's hard when you have these different genred albums.
Yeah, it does complicate things when we listen to a non-rap album. It's like, where does this belong in a tier list full of 50 rap albums?
Right. And one R&B album.
I'm looking at like albums that I would want to put it above or behind. I'm feeling like right above. Hmm. Okay, there's some strong albums up there actually. Damn, maybe right above Polo G's Hood Poet. I
Yeah,
know it's
that's about where I'm looking. I'm still digging the Tekka project that we reviewed just a couple weeks ago. I'm bumping it, you know,
that's
120,
no,
one of
that's
my
Risky
favorite
Kid.
songs.
Oh, Tekka's up here. Okay,
Yeah, up. But
yeah, I got right there. I do agree that the
so
Tekka
yeah,
one's better.
I think it is. I think it is. I'm just looking at that Four Bats album
I'll find it.
because they're like similar vibes, kind of. You know what I mean? Like different genre bending
But
genres, kind of.
if you had to pick one,
It's tough, isn't it?
not to me.
Like they're closer than not. They're not. It's not to you. You would pick Four
I think
Bats.
I would, but I do think they are close quality and score wise, and I would put them on par with each other. But if I had to pick one personally, I'm taking the Four Bats one.
Let me see this Four Bats track list again.
I think it's only 8 or 10 songs because it has the
And
remixes.
Act One, Two, and Three are on there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would have to go Four Bats then. I do think it's considerably better.
I can't give up those first three.
Nah, they're really good. It's
They
actually
are.
been a
I'm
minute since
still
I
listening
listened,
to
so I have
those.
to go back tapping.
I'm still listening to those. I listened to the Drake remix today.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
listening
really
to
good.
those. I actually do fuck with those still. Like the hype did not die down for me. I like those original four backs tracks that we got, and I like the rest of the project
Facts.
still.
Facts. For real.
Like I might move it up, if anything. Like I
Low
feel like it's
key.
aged well.
We'll wait. We'll wait.
I mean, at the
We'll
end of
wait
the
till the
year,
end of the
we'll
year.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But I'm like, if anything, I would move four bats up rather than down from where it is if I had to
Probably.
pick up or down.
Maybe. I don't know. I would have to really consider the rest of the choices on there
But
because
right now, up or down if you had to pick. Just up or down from where it is now?
Probably up.
Okay, there you go. See, easy solved, problem solved. So
Yeah,
so we'll leave Tommy Richman in that category, right below Gunna, right above Polo G.
fair enough.
I mean, yeah, like we said, it's not a rap album. There's rap elements, but it is good. Like I think he makes good music. I'm gonna listen to music when he drops it. Like I'm in.
Yeah, yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Because you do get like the instruments and like the musicality that you don't get a lot of nowadays unless you listen to like Tyler or like really talented rappers who don't just do rap. Like he's doing
Right.
other stuff that's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I like it because it's unique. Like you said, we haven't really heard nothing like that in a minute. Sorry, I'm just trying to look for not look for, but I'm looking at my notes for the next album. Getting ahead of myself here, but we'll go into it, I guess. We got Tee Grizzley releasing a new album
Mm-hmm.
today.
Yep.
Blanking on the Post Traumatic is the title.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this is in my way a little bit, but all good. I guess what do you think about it off just first listen?
Okay. First, my first impression, I guess, when you hop in, the first two tracks are intro and We Dem. I have,
Yeah,
and like those first two tracks are like high energy. T Grizzly's rapping his ass off. I'm in. Like
yeah.
when I'm
I guess just
starting
a
an album, I
touch.
need high energy off the
Yeah,
rip, or I'm gonna
yeah,
like I'm not in. I need you to like get me in right away, which is a
yeah.
lot to ask. I get it. Like intro tracks aren't usually that great, but like I need to be in
I
right
guess
away.
while we're on those first two tracks, I did enjoy the intro because he does start off like the very first few lines of the album are like introspective and thoughtful. And then quickly after, it gets real ignorant, braggadocious, like classic T Grizzly style. And on that second track, We Dem, I
Hmm.
really I enjoyed the production. It was almost like an ominous Halloween style sound. And it's October, so it fit. But I just wanted to say that about the first couple tracks.
No, yeah, and like I think what you mentioned, the introspective, meaningful lyrics on the first song, like he does do a good job of balancing that throughout the album. Like there's a lot of braggadocious, just spitting bars. There's a lot of introspective, meaningful songs. It is a long 24 song, 70-minute runtime, I think. So it is long, but like Blow for Blow with J. Cole is great. They
Yeah.
both have really good verses. I like the hook.
Yep.
All I Want to Do is a more meaningful one. I like I Know, Dream Young, and like there are good introspective songs as well, but I feel like T Grizzly really brought the energy that I was looking for on this. He's not even someone that I'm usually super into, but he just had like the right energy. Swear to God with Future I thought was really good. Swerve with G Herbo's good. I Ain't Sorry with Huntro's good. Diana is
Yep.
super short, but I fucked with it. Detroit with 42 Doug, actually, I didn't really care for. It was kind of underwhelming to me. I wish I liked that one more. He did a good job at balancing the braggadocious, the meaningful. He's bringing
Yeah.
the high energy. Most of the songs are like minute 45 to 2 minute, just like bangers, high energy, like bam, you can throw it on anytime. And most of them are good, but like it does drag kind of a little bit in the second half. It's just like so long. I don't
Yeah.
want
I mean,
24 songs, 70 minutes.
yeah.
The first half of the album, I'm like really in and really enjoying it. By the time I'm on like track 18, I'm just like, okay, this needs to end now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a common thread. We talk about it all the time. Just more concise albums, but some songs that we might not like on there might be other people's favorites. So it is what it is. I do think he did a great job of like with the lyrical content going from more braggadocious to meaningful, thoughtful, introspective,
Yeah, it was
vulnerable. Like,
noticeable. Like he was
yeah,
doing both.
yeah, he hit a wide range of emotions and spectrum of topics, really, within the track list. And I guess to touch on the Cole feature, I mean, like I said earlier, talking about Port Antonio, Cole doesn't miss. You know what I mean? And again,
This
he
one's
doesn't
good.
miss on this. Maybe one of my favorite songs of the year, at least in the past couple months. I really fuck with the hook, the who ha who not. Tell me
Yeah,
who
it's
flop.
a
Like
good
that shit's
hook.
fire. That shit's fire.
Hooks can sometimes ruin a song with good verses, and this does not do that. The hook is
No,
good.
it complements it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that goes to show also T Grizzly's ear for music. And I really fuck with T Grizzly and a lot of his stuff. And I did like this album a lot. The only the only downside I had is it's 24 songs. There's
Too
a lot
many.
of filler. I mean, there's quite a bit of skips that I won't go back to, Ride or Die. I
The
won't go
last
back
song is
to.
9 minutes long.
Yeah, but
I
he
get
also
it.
it's like a storytelling song, which I didn't even mention. He also goes into his storytelling bag with Robbery
Yeah.
7 and 8 at the end of the track list, which is like, um
I don't have the track list pulled up in front of me, but like, what song are you looking at it right now?
no, I'm just looking at
Oh,
my
okay.
notes.
But like, whenever Swear to God and Detroit are, like, when there's like that run of songs with features in the middle, maybe like song 15, 16, somewhere in that range, if you just stop it, if you just stop this album at 16, ditch the last 8 songs, I think this is a better album.
Yeah.
You don't even have
Yeah.
to rearrange them, just the whole last 8. Just get rid of them.
I mean, I agree. Let me see, because there are some songs later on the track list that I did like.
Yeah, me too. I did favorite some of the later tracks. I just like I don't need these though. Like
Suffer in Silence, probably
that's
one of my
that's the
favorite
one.
songs on the track list, and that's track 22.
Where's Swear to
Um,
God on there?
Pop Shit I thought was really good. That's track 18. Swear to God is 17.
So right
Um,
there at 17, Swear to God for me, you can cut out the rest, and I like it more. It's just so long, bro. 24,
yeah.
seriously.
No, I
They're
agree.
short, so I get like it's cool. They're 2 minute songs, but then the last two, I'm like, oh my god, a 9 minute song. Fuck me.
Yeah. But, for the Tee Grizzley fans, you get the classic Tee Grizzley flows and cadences throughout, like on Trench Baby and You Hear Me or Suffer in Silence, like we were talking about. Personally, I thought the Future feature was average coming off of.
It's average, yeah.
It's not that good
It's
after
not that
what.
good, but it's not bad.
I mean, we just
It's
got 3 full-length Future albums of like way better Future songs
and
and
he's
verses and
referencing them.
performances.
So
So
this was
yeah, he
recorded
does.
after those.
Yeah, he says your
Yeah.
album ain't slapping like my mixtape, which is fire. It is fire, but overall, an average, below average performance maybe from
But
Future on
imagine
that. I
reaching
felt
out to
like,
Future for a feature this year and getting one back. Like, what?
yeah,
He's
I mean,
lucky he
yeah,
got one. He's a
true,
busy man.
but great production throughout and rapping, especially on Deposit's Crazy. I thought that maybe is one of the best songs on the album. Just overall production to rapping. And
He is
again, great.
rapping his ass off on this album.
Yeah, I mean, Tee Grizzley always does, and that's why I do fuck with him as an artist, because he always comes with that energy. But not only does he come with the energy, he's got great messaging on shit like The Blueprint, saying that he got homies gaming, staying off the streets, and giving advice to invest your money instead of spending it on jewelry and shit like that. Also with the storytelling cuts, like I said, with Robbery 7 and 8. But I thought it was a solid showing from him, honestly. Um, yeah,
Would you give it out of 10? Do you have a score? Because I can tell you mine first. I'm higher than I am on the Tommy Richman one. Are you?
I'm not.
I gave it an 8.
I see. It's tough because there are some songs that I really do enjoy on there. "Suffer in Silence," "Deposits," "Crazy." Uh, what's the one with Cole called? That one,
Blow for blow.
"Blow for Blow" with Cole is fire.
The,
"Swerve" with G Herbo is fire.
I
10
like.
p.m. is kind of fire.
I
Like
just
there's
felt
some
like
really great songs,
even
but
the songs I
there's
didn't
there's
care for, they're not bad.
24. No, they're not bad, but there's just too many that I won't go back to. Just
I agree.
way too much filler, I felt like, and just some lyrical content that I didn't really fuck with in terms of like the Ride or Die was kind of, it's just like some of those songs are just kind of cringe to me personally, but I
But if
gave it a
all
6.5.
out of the albums, there's been a lot of albums that we've complained
Well,
about
that's the
extra
thing.
tracks. This is my favorite of those.
Okay. Okay,
Like
that's
I
fair.
think this is the one I'm least upset about extra songs on
It's just
because they're still
I
good
could
and they're
probably
only
go up
two
to about a
minutes.
7. I could probably go up to about a 7. It's just that this year's been stacked with so many amazing albums.
It
It's
has.
hard for me to go very high. You know what I mean? Like I can't, you know. It's just
I
some
did.
amazing albums this year.
I felt like I was high, but I was like, I could go like 7.5 ish. But I was like, I don't know. Even these songs that are filler and I don't need, like, they're still banging and then they're fun. And yeah, I mean, I'm somewhere between a 7 and 8. I ended up writing down an 8 in my notes. Like, it's definitely not bad, but yeah, there's filler. It's too long. And chop it off at 17. It's much better.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like,
I
literally
guess
cut off the back third.
in hindsight, after thinking about my Tommy Richman review, there's more songs I would go back and listen to on this album. So I probably would bump my rating from a 6.5 probably to like a 7.25. 7.3.
And I'll go down to 7.7. So we'll average it at a 7.5.
Okay. I think that's fair.
So on the tier list, are we above Richmond then?
Well, I just
Right.
said I think it's
We
slightly
are.
better.
So how far up are we going? Because are you above 4Bats?
Probably not.
Me
4Bats
neither.
if there's 10 songs on a track list and 4 of them are great, it's
I'm
a
right
better
above
album.
Mr.
You know what I
Ski,
mean?
below Lil
Probably.
Tecca, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm alright with that. I really enjoyed the Lil Tecca project. That honestly might be going up in the future. Yeah, I like
Okay.
that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
alright with that.
But like the Tee Grizzley project, Post Traumatic, I did enjoy it. Like it's pretty good.
Me
Like I
too.
like Tee Grizzley's music. The feature showed up. 42 Doug, who I generally like as a feature artist, was a kind of whatever song to me. It was just underwhelming and not that
Yeah,
fun. You mentioned it. The future features kind of whatever, but it's still good song. But like Blow for Blow, there's a lot of good songs on here. It's just it's too long, too much extra shit we don't need.
yeah. No, I agree.
But I
But
mean,
yeah,
what percentage of albums on the list out of the 50 something we've done have we said this needs to be trimmed?
at
Like
least like 25, right?
I would say at
Like
least
a
50%.
quarter.
Yeah.
At
Oh,
least
I thought you
quarter
meant
of them.
25 out of 50. I was like, yeah, that's
I
probably
was
right.
thinking like one of every 4 albums we listen to is like, okay, this is too long.
Yeah. It's often.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whenever we put out our collab album, we know 12
10
songs.
songs. Yeah, 12 songs.
12
See,
songs, 10 or
11
12
songs it
songs.
is. Yeah.
11 it is. There you go. And one's an
Shit.
intro, so 10 real songs, one intro.
All right.
And then, that'll be the single.
Tap in
And when
next
the
week
album
for the
drops,
collab.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll release the cover art next week.
Hell yeah.
We should do an
I
album
guess.
rollout and then never put out an album.
Hell yeah.
Just
Let's
to,
do it.
promote
Just
it
like
like
Kanye.
Yeah, exactly. The joke writes itself.
I guess just before we get out of here, I just wanted to bring up this Rome Streets freestyle on
Oh,
Shade
yeah.
45 Static Selecta.
We
He
gotta
went
talk
crazy.
about the other single too.
Oh yeah, we got
JID. At least.
Okay.
We did the
Yep.
Pharrell one, but we gotta mention the JID song too.
Okay. But yeah, Rome Streets on Shade 45, absolutely going ballistic over some great beats. I mean,
Do you know who the
bro
DJ
just
was
kills
on
it.
that?
I'm not sure. Static
Okay.
Selecta. Static Selecta.
Okay, it was.
Yeah, you
Okay.
know how it is. But Rome Street's one of my personal favorites right now. Basically, Big L reincarnated. I feel like so. Go
I
tap
feel like
into
that's
that.
a good comparison. Like I do get that vibe from him.
Every time I listen to him, every time.
Yeah, I'm
But
like, wow. You just made me sad again thinking about Big L, man.
I
I
know.
just like,
Hey,
wow. I
we
wish
got
Big
Rome
L was
Streets.
alive.
We got Rome Streets though. But I guess the last topic and the last song, last piece of music we're gonna review today is JID 31 Freestyle.
Yeah,
I'm always here for some new JID music. You already know.
it's good.
You already know.
Does this mean a rollout? Is this a rollout?
Hopefully.
Or is this just here's a track for you bitch asses, feed the
I
streets
think,
kind of thing?
wasn't it rumored that he was dropping an album this year, or am I tripping?
No, he is the Metro one.
Jitro. Yeah.
Mhm.
So hopefully that's still coming, because that
'Cause
was
the
one of my most
freestyle-
anticipated of the year when the year started.
But the freestyle's not produced by Metro.
It's not.
It's just like a homie. There wasn't even a production credit on the title, so
Yeah.
I'm not even sure
Yeah.
who produced it. But if it was
But-
Metro, we would know.
Yeah, we would. But obviously JID flowing on it, going crazy. Again, go tap into that. One of the best flowers out. And I'm excited for some new JID music, bro. Like, for real. That's what I need in my life right now.
And the production is a little like experimental. You asked me when we were listening to it before the show, like, how would you describe this production
Yeah.
to a deaf person?
Yeah.
I was like, it's like underwater, weird. I don't know. I thought your dog was barking in the background, but it was the production.
Right.
There's
Right.
like, it's a weird produced song, but like, it does sound like he's actually rapping off the dome too, which I always appreciate when it sounds like, oh, it's an actual freestyle. We throw that
Right.
term around a lot nowadays for
Yeah.
ciphers and pre-writtens, but it sounds like he's actually freestyling. Maybe
Yeah.
he's not. Maybe he just sounds like that, but it comes off as a real freestyle.
I mean, we got this. We got the Fuel feature. What
Mhm.
have we gotten any other JID music this year?
Did he have a verse on anything? Not that I can
I
think
don't
of.
think so.
Just the Eminem project. Yeah,
I think so, right?
I
So,
think so. But he's got to be coming soon because
Yeah,
Forever
gotta
Story
be.
was like 2 years ago now.
Yep, 2022. So,
Yeah.
New JID music coming. You heard it here first. That's it. That's it for today. A
Yeah.
little all over, but it's all right. It's all right.
We'll
We'll
be
get
back.
back to our groove.
We'll be back next week on Monday, 9 a.m. Album reviews, cover the news, talk about what's new in hip hop. Make sure you subscribe. If you like the episode, let us know. Like the video, show love on the socials, all that good stuff. We're here every week, Monday at 9 a.m. on the YouTube. Be there or be square. There you go. I guess we got to go see Piece by Piece sometime this week for giving a full review next week.
We're coming back next week with the piece by piece review. Also, I forgot to mention on the Rome Streets topic before we leave, he released an album with Derringer today.
Right.
Hatton Garden Hold Up. Could possibly be a perfect album incoming. We'll review that next week, and we'll be back.
All right. Subscribe. We love you. We'll see you next week. There you go.
Deuces. We out.
Peace.
It's Off the Top Podcast, got you laughing like you hit the gas pack. Show is crazy like you watching Mad Max. Every other podcast is mad whack. Off the Top Podcast.